Hello and welcome back to Chef Shell's French Kitchen. I'm Chef Shell and today we're making croque monsieur. What is croque monsieur? It's a French ham and cheese sandwich that is grilled or baked is the way that I do it. And the ingredients that we will need are 8 slices of bread, some sliced ham, 4 slices of Swiss cheese, shredded cheese. Normally I would use shredded Swiss. I completely forgot to get some at the store today, so I will be using shredded mozzarella. It's what I have. You can use any shredded cheese that you have. I just prefer the Swiss, that's more traditional. About 2 tablespoons of butter. About 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 3/4 of a cup of milk, and then salt and pepper. So today is going to be really simple. The only thing that we're actually going to make homemade is the bechamel. So what is bechamel? It's, I think what you would call it in the US is kind of like a milk gravy. So think of biscuits and gravy, the gravy minus the sausage, and that's a bechamel. So let's get started. Okay, so to make things a little easier so you can see what I'm doing, I've got the camera focused on my pot here. We are going to start on the bechamel. So I've got my stove here on medium and I'm going to put the butter in there. So we're going to melt the butter and you will need a whisk to make the bechamel. So we're just going to melt the butter. Now that our butter has melted, we are going to add our flour and whisk that in. Once the flour and the butter are combined, we are going to let this cook for a minute or 2 before we add our milk. So I like to just whisk that around for a little bit and let it cook. There. Oh. There we go. Just want to whisk it so the flour and butter mixture doesn't stick. Also, this melted butter with flour is called a roux in cooking terms. You can use it to thicken sauces, gravies. I use a roux lots of times to thicken gravies instead of using like a cornstarch. Prefer the taste of the roux. Oh, and I also forgot to mention I am using unsalted butter for the bechamel. We'll add salt later. I use unsalted butter. I just prefer it. That way you can control the salt that's in your dish. All right, so it's bubbling there. It's been roughly a minute. So we're going to slowly pour in our milk, whisking continuously, and we're going to try not to get any lumps. So just keep whisking. All right, and then we are going to whisk until our bechamel thickens. So we need to whisk continuously so that the flour and butter mixture, the roux, doesn't burn, and so we don't have any lumps. So it's really not difficult. It's just a nice arm workout. Bechamel, great arm workout. It's almost where we want it already. Really quick with this small amount. I usually make more if I'm doing like a sausage gravy, or the other night I made moussaka, which is not a French dish, that is Greek, but I made a big amount of bechamel to put on top. You can make bechamel to put on top of lasagna. That's the traditional way, the way they do it in Italy and also in France. All right, so our bechamel is done. Oh, I don't know if you can see the consistency. It's pretty thick. Now I'm going to turn off the stove and I'm going to season it with some salt and some pepper, and then, as always, going to taste it and rectify the seasoning if I need to. All right, so we are ready to assemble our croque monsieur, and as you may have noticed, I'm joined by sous chef Connor right now. He's gonna help me to show you the process. I'm gonna put the camera down so you can see what we're doing here. So we have the bread, and we are going to take our bechamel and we're gonna spread it on the bread. So let me put some on each slice, and then we're just gonna spread this on. Now the bread I'm using in France is called pain de mie, and if you remember the last video, I believe it was the last video I did was on the pain bagnat. The middle part of the bread, the soft part, is called the mie. Well, sliced like sandwich bread in France is called pain, which means bread. De mie, so mie bread, the soft bread. So now you know what that's called if you're ever over there and wondering. All right, so we're gonna take a slice of cheese, couple slices of ham, and then notice that we are putting the cheese and the ham on the sides of the bread that have the bechamel on it, and then we're gonna close our sandwich, and we are not done. Oh, Mr. Connor is stealing a piece of ham. He is hungry. So.
Yeah, my tummy hurts.
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't have a snack.
Since I've eaten.
Oh, you had a snack an hour ago? Okay, so let's put bechamel on top of our croque monsieur now. And then to finish it off, we are going to put our shredded cheese, whatever you may be using. And that's it. That is our assembled croque monsieur. Connor and I are gonna finish up the other three, and then we're gonna stick this in our preheated oven at 375 for 10 to 12 minutes, just until the cheese is all melted and nice and golden brown. So we will come back when that's all done. Our croques are just out of the oven. Let me show you what they look like. The cheese is nice and bubbly and golden brown. I did stick it under the broiler for 30 seconds to a minute. Not sure, just until the cheese was nice and golden brown. I skimped on the bechamel. I should have doubled the portions for the bechamel. So instead of 2 tablespoons of butter, you're gonna need 4 flour, and then the milk, close to 2 cups of milk for that. So you have enough bechamel for the 4 croque monsieur. Another variation that's popular in France is called the croque madame. So monsieur means Mr., madame means Mrs. So for a croque madame, you fry an egg and put it on top. So you ready to try some, Sophia? You've had it before, but here it's hot. So you're gonna have to be really, really careful. And croque monsieur can be found in just about any bakery in France. Sometimes they'll offer to warm it up for you, and you can take it on the go. You can bring it back home and heat it up, eat it with a salad like I'm doing. It's a nice lunch or dinner, or even a little snack on the go. Grab it from the bakery, have them heat it up, and sit outside with your sandwich. All right, let's taste this. What do you think? So good. Kids love this. Oh, Mr. Connor is back. Sous Chef Connor. Okay, you need to settle down. He has been crazy today. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed our croque monsieur video. If you did, please like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, like it for Crazy Connor. Please, if you do make a croque monsieur, let us know in the comments what you think, and show us your pictures on Instagram, Chef Shell. So let us know also if you have any requests. I did get a couple requests from viewers, and we're getting to that. So maybe you'll see one of your requested meals in the next video. All right, you guys ready? Say bye.
Bye.
Bon appetit!